Hello everybody out there in math land. Today's third grade lesson is to draw quadrilaterals. That's right, today you will be drawing. I want you to do the best you can. You don't have to break out a bunch of rulers and measuring tape. You're just going to do the best you can for this, okay? This is page 619, but I'm actually going to start on page 620. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to read the requirements of what they want you to draw and then draw something that fits that description. So draw a quadrilateral. That means that it has to have 4 sides. That has 4 right angles. Name the quadrilateral. Remember that a right angle is when it makes a perfect little square corner on the corner of your shape. So what is a quadrilateral that has 4 right angles? I actually have a couple of choices. It can be a square or it can be a rectangle. So we can choose one or the other. I'm going to choose a rectangle. They have this little grid paper because it's easier to draw using those lines as a guideline. So I drew a rectangle. We could have also written a square because a square also has 4 sides and 4 right angles. I just chose a rectangle. Here it says below are 3 rhombuses. Draw a quadrilateral that is not a rhombus. Explain why it's not a rhombus. A rhombus is a shape that has 4 sides, 2 pairs of parallel sides, and all sides are equal. So see, these are 2 pairs of parallel sides, and all these sides are equal in length, not to each other, but in the same shape. These 4 are the same measurement, these 4 are the same measurements as each other, and these 4 are the same measurements. So we have to draw a quadrilateral, a 4-sided shape that is not a rhombus. That means that it cannot have equal sides. So there's a lot of things that I can draw, but I am going to draw a parallelogram. And the reason I drew a parallelogram is because it's a 4-sided figure, so it's a quadrilateral, but the sides are not equal in length. Therefore, it is not a rhombus. So I'm going to say the quadrilateral is not a rhombus because these sides are not equal. Okay. Right here. Draw a quadrilateral that has exactly 1 pair of parallel sides and name that quadrilateral. Ooh, only 1 pair instead of 2? That sounds like the ugly cousin. So I am going to draw a trapezoid. That's the quadrilateral that only has 1 pair of parallel sides. Draw a quadrilateral that is not a square and explain why it is not a square. So I am going to draw a rectangle. Okay, explain what is not a square. It is not a square because the sides, the sides are not equal. Sorry about that, I have allergies this morning. I wake up with allergies almost every day. Okay, moving on. Name the group of quadrilaterals, then draw a quadrilateral that does not belong in that group and explain why it does not belong. All of these guys are what? Ugly cousins, trapezoid, trapezoid, trapezoid. They all have only 1 pair of parallel sides. So if I have to draw a quadrilateral that does not belong, I just need to draw a quadrilateral that has 2 pairs of parallel sides. That would be a square, for example. He does not belong. So explain why it does not belong. It does not belong because, wow, that was an ugly way to draw because it has 2 pairs instead of 1 pair, 2 pairs of parallel sides. Okay. Oh, let's see here. They have a rectangle, another rectangle, and a square. So all of these have 2 pairs of parallel sides. So let's draw a shape that only has 1 pair of parallel sides. Ugly cousin, there he is. I drew a trapezoid. Why doesn't it belong? It does not belong because it only has one pair of parallel sides. So it's almost like the problem on the left is the opposite to the problem on the right, okay? So, okay, moving on. Circle the quadrilaterals that are not rhombuses. So for a rhombus, opposite sides are parallel and all sides are equal in length. This does not have all sides equal in length. You are not a rhombus. All these sides are equal, good, you're fine, that's a rhombus. This is not a rhombus, that's a trapezoid. This, even though this looks like a square is also a rhombus. Remember, I'm everything above me, I'm nothing below me. So this is a rhombus, I'm gonna leave it alone. This is not a rhombus because the sides are not equal. This is a rhombus because the square is also a rhombus. And this is a trapezoid, so that does not belong. Your friend draws the shape and says it is a parallelogram because it has two pairs of parallel sides. Is your friend correct? No, and this is why. A parallelogram has to have 4 sides because it's a quadrilateral. This shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. This shape is a pentagon, not a quadrilateral. So is your friend correct? No. Draw a quadrilateral with 2 pairs of parallel sides and 1 side is given. So draw a quadrilateral with 2 pairs of parallel sides, 1 side is given. So that means that I have to go like that, and close my shape right here. Oh, there's a little tail I can erase, hold on. There we go. So this pair of lines are parallel and these pair of lines are parallel. Ta-da. Okay. Over here. I'm sorry for the glare. It's because my windows are open. Let me see if I can try to eliminate that glare for you. There we go, that's better. A helicopter travels to various Colorado cities. Draw to show a route that forms a parallelogram. Write the names of the cities you use, okay? So in order to draw a parallelogram on this map, okay, it says, write the names, draw to show a route that forms a parallelogram. So let's see, a parallelogram, I can do Meeker to Mancos, and then Meeker to Eckley. Okay, Eckley to Pritchett, and then Marcus to Pritchett. Here's my parallelogram right there. So I used Meeker, Eckley, Mancos, and Pritchett. Use the map above to draw to show a route that forms a trapezoid and write the meanings you use. Trapezoid. Ooh, this will be fun. Well, I can do Walden to Sterling, and then I can do a huge one. I can go from Walden to Mancos. Okay, and I can do Sterling to Pritchett, and then I can do Mancos to Pritchett again. There's my trapezoid. So I used Mancos, Walden, Sterling, and Pritchett. You have 4 markers of equal length. Name all of the quadrilaterals you can make using the markers as sides. So you have to name all the quadrilaterals you can make markers as sides. So you have 4 markers of equal length. So equal length. Equal length sounds like I can make a square. I can, and this is the tricky part here. A square is also everything above it. So if you drew a square, you also drew a rhombus. You also drew a rectangle. And you also drew a parallelogram. So this is kind of a tricky question because it's like, wait, if the markers are equal in length, how am I drawing a rectangle? A rectangle is supposed to have longer sides on the other side. Well, all the attributes of a rectangle is just that it has to have 4 right angles and opposite sides are equal in length and 2 pairs of parallel sides. So a square is also a rectangle. Remember, I am everything above me, I'm nothing below me. So a square is technically also a rhombus, rectangle, and parallelogram. It's a tricky question. I'm gonna skip this one because it has asking you to use a ruler, and I don't need you to worry about that right now. So I'm not gonna have you do that one. I do want you to go online and do the homework for this lesson. I want you to watch this video as many times as you need in order to do the homework carefully. I do leave a feature on the homework that has like a little question mark next to your question. So if you ever don't know what to do, if you click that question mark, it provides you with help. So make sure you're doing that in the homework, and also make sure that your parents or your caregivers are supervising your homework so that they can check it before you submit it. That way you don't have to do the homework twice when I see, uh-oh, they didn't do very well, I need to do it again. If you have an adult, maybe do it with you, or an adult check it before you submit it. That would be great. Alrighty, you have a good day. Bye-bye.